The imperial household. So the term harem is frequently used to refer to the domestic world of the Mughals. It originates in the Persian word haram, meaning a sacred place. Polygamy was practiced widely in the Indian subcontinent, especially among the ruling groups, both for the Rajput clans as well as the Mughals. Marriage was a way of cementing political relationships and forging alliances. In the Mughal household, a distinction was maintained between wives who came from royal families, begums, and other wives, agas. The concubines, agacha or the lesser aga, occupied the lowest position in the hierarchy of females intimately related to royalty. Apart from wives, numerous male and female slaves populated the Mughal household. Slave eunuchs, Khwaja Sara, moved between the external and internal life of the household as guards, servants, and also as agents for women dabbing in commerce. Shahjahan's daughters Jahanara and Rosa Nara enjoyed an annual income often equal to that of high imperial Mansabdars. Jahanara, in addition, received revenues from the port city of Surat, which was a lucrative center of overseas trade. The Bazaar of Chandni Chowk, the throbbing center of Jahanabad, was designed by Jahanara. Humayunama, written by Gulbadan Begum. Gulbadan was the daughter of Babur, Humayun's sister, and Akbar's aunt. So Gulbadan could write fluently in Turkish and Persian. When Akbar commissioned Abul Fazl to write a history of his reign, he requested his aunt to record her memoir of earlier times under Babur and Humayun for Abul Fazl to draw upon. The imperial officials, recruitment and rank. In Akbar's imperial service, Turani and Iranian nobles were present from the earliest phase of carving out a political dominion. Many had accompanied Humayun, others migrated later to the Mughal court. The Mughal nobility. So, this is how Chandrabhan Brahman described the Mughal nobility in his book Char Chaman, Four Gardens, written during the reign of Shah Jahan. So, two ruling groups of Indian origin entered the imperial service from 1560 onwards, the Rajputs and the Indian Muslims, Sheikh Zadas. The first to join was the Rajput chief Raja Bharmal uh, Kachhawaha of Amber, to whose daughter Akbar got married. Members of Hindu caste inclined towards education and accountancy were also promoted, a famous example being Akbar's finance minister Raja Todarmal, who belonged to the Khatri caste. Iranians gained high offices under Jahangir, whose politically influential queen Nur Jahan was an Iranian. Aurangzeb appointed Rajputs to high positions, and under him, the Marathas accounted for a sizable number within the body of officers. All holders of government offices held ranks, mansabs, comprising two numerical designations, Jat, which was an indicator of position in the imperial hierarchy, and the salary of the official mansabdar, and Savar, which indicated the number of horsemen he was required to maintain in service. In the 17th century, Mansabdars of 1000 Jat or above ranked as nobles, Umara, which is the plural of Amir. And the Jesuit priest Father Antonio Montserrat, resident at the court of Akbar, noticed here in this box, the troopers maintained superior horses branded on the flank by the imperial rank Dag. Akbar, who designed the Mansab system, also established spiritual relationships with a select band of his nobility by treating them as his disciples, murid. Tawiz was a petition. Tazwiz was a petition presented by a nobleman to the emperor recommending that an applicant be recruited as a Mansabdar. The Mir Baksi, paymaster general, stood in open court on the right of the emperor and presented all candidates for appointment or promotion, while his office prepared orders bearing his seal and signature as well as those of the emperor. The Diwane Ala, finance minister, and Sadar Sudur, minister of grants or Madade Mas, and in charge of appointing local judges or Kajis. The court Tainate Rakab, information and empire. The Mir Bakshi supervised the corps of court writers, Vakyanavis, who recorded all applications and documents presented to the court and all imperial orders, Farman. In addition, agents, Vakil of nobles and regional rulers recorded the entire proceedings of the court under the heading News from the Exalted Court, Akhbarate Darbare Mola. and court session peher, round the clock relays of foot runners, kasid or patmar, carried papers rolled up in bamboo containers. Beyond the center, provincial administration. So the division of functions established at the center was replicated in the provinces, subas, where the ministers had their corresponding subordinates, divan, baksi, and sadar. The head of the provincial administration was the governor Subadar, who reported directly to the emperor. The sarkars, into which each suba was divided, often overlapped with the jurisdiction of Faujdars, commandants, Pargana sub-district by three semi-hereditary officers: the Kanungo, keeper of revenue records, the Chaudhry, in charge of revenue collection, and the Kaji. So Persian was made the language of administration throughout, but local languages were used for village accounts.